Alright, for anyone keeping track, this is video number 999, which means that the next one is going to be 1000, and so we're going to have to do something special for that. I think it's going to end up being quite a long episode. Maybe I might end up actually making 2 or 3 episodes because, if I make something that's an hour long, it takes forever to render on my PC. But yeah, looking forward to being able to use a lot of footage in one video. I've been playing quite a lot the last few weeks, so I've ended up recording even more stuff that I don't really need, but it's difficult to just stop playing the game, especially when there's lots of new stuff on the go. And obviously we've had some new pets added recently, just a couple, but honestly I don't think the game really needs loads of pets. Adding 1 or 2 here or there is plenty to keep things interesting. And we're going to look at one of them today, and it is the Hermit Crab. Now, there has been a Hermit Crab video on the channel before, back when it was on the test server. So last year, I forget exactly when it was, but there was a test where there were a bunch of units that ended up not getting deployed to the live server. But we were promised that we would get them in the end, and here we go, we get Hermit Crab. Originally it was a tier 1, but I think wisely it's been moved up to tier 2 because it is a very strong ability. It's pretty simple. All it does is copy its perk to the Golden Retriever. Now, it doesn't need to faint. It will do it at start of battle, but it does need to be a higher level to be able to give higher perks. So here we've got Garlic, which is a tier 3 perk, and it's not possible for a level 1 Hermit Crab to copy it. We need another Hermit Crab, and then we'll be able to get Garlic on the Golden Retriever, but of course we also need some trumpets to create the Retriever in the first place. Garlic has actually been changed as well. That's been a long time coming. I think now the minimum amount of damage you'll take is 2 instead of 1, which doesn't sound like a huge change, but it does make a big difference. And it means like pets like sheep, where they're normally getting farmed by Garlic hurt pets, that shouldn't really be happening as much anymore. I mean, obviously you're still going to give them the hurt triggers, but they're not going to take 1 damage every time. So we managed to get the Retriever with the Honduran White Bat. However, we don't have the level 2 Hermit Crab, and there we go, we get it. So the team I was trying to create here is based around Pandora's Box from Bad Dog. Now, I've had a few attempts in the past at trying to create a team using Pandora's Box in customs with limited success. All of these attempts are before Hermit Crab came out. But really I wanted to have a team where the random perks or ailments from Pandora's Box would matter for as many units as possible on the squad. So the ultimate team that I want here is Hermit Crab level 3, so that it doesn't matter what we get in terms of perks, we can potentially copy it to the Retriever. I want to have Unicorn, which can heal any ailments if we happen to get an ailment instead of a perk. Of course, if the Hermit Crab gets an ailment instead of a perk, then the Retriever's not going to get anything, but that's just the price we have to pay for the randomness of Pandora's Box. Now, luckily here I sell the Stoat into Axolotl level 2. So Axolotl is the other pet that we want. So that anytime one of our units gets a perk from Pandora's Box, then we can get a bit of scaling and kind of make up for the fact that most of our pets do not have in-battle abilities, and we're relying very heavily on the Golden Retriever. Now, we don't even have a Golden Retriever anymore because we sold the Honduran White Bat, but we get Nyala, and so we're in a much better position now. We just want to see something interesting happen with the Hermit Crab gaining a perk from Pandora's Box and then copying it to the Retriever. So here you can see we get Strawberry. It does copy it to the Retriever, although not the greatest hit we could have had. Still think we're going to be okay here against this Shark team. Yep, the 8-8 Retriever from the Nyala is enough. Now, the other problem with this is that Bad Dog is, of course, going to keep running out. We want the Pandora's Box activated every single turn. So we need to keep finding more bad dogs or waffles. Now here we get steak. That would have been incredible, but we don't have level 3 hermit crab. So unfortunately, we don't get the copy. Now at level 2 and 3, this was a change that happened a while ago that kind of went under the radar, I think. Pandora's Box used to originally just give level 1 ailments and perks, but now at level 2 and 3 you get double and triple effectiveness perks. So I also wanted to see if it was possible for Hermit Crab to copy a double or triple strength perk to the Retriever. So here we copy the lime, another new item added to the game recently. I think we're maybe going to struggle here against this green sea turtle team. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I don't think the Retriever got double value from the lime there. But we'll see another example of that later on, which came in another run where I was quite excited that it was that it was going to work, but it definitely does not work. So here's a fairly atypical mana team. Wonder if this is someone playing a random pack maybe, because the inbuilt randomizer does have a habit of putting a lot of pets from one archetype in there. So level 2 Nyala is a big upgrade. One step closer to the level 3 Hermit Crab. Definitely freeze that bad dog. I suppose I could have also put gingerbread on the Hermit Crab. That would have worked, because we know it's going to lose its perk anyway. But there you see the double baguette, removing 2 perks. But the other team doesn't have any perks left. Well, they only have 1 left. And it is a double mushroom, which is quite funny. But we don't get to see the Retriever using the baguette. Here we go. I'm finally realizing that I can take gingerbread, and we'll definitely go for level 3 bad dog. Now I have had level 3 bad dog achievement before. That was in a members only video because the team was so embarrassing. But yeah, I felt like it was quite fitting to get the level 3 Pandora's Box here. You don't get an achievement specifically for a toy, but I think this is maybe one of the first times I've ever had level 3 Pandora's Box before. I guess originally there was no point in taking level 3, so I guess that probably does make sense. And then look at this team here that we get matched with. It's Matchman, and it's Crisp gets put onto the, or maybe it was Toasty on the Peacock. And we also got level 3 Mushroom on the Nyala, which resulted in loads of Nyalas flying off the screen. But the Octopus goes rogue. It got Silly from Pandora's Box and ends up attacking its own team. So pretty hilarious final round, even if the perk copying from the Hermit Crab didn't really have a whole lot of influence on the game. So here's a different one. I end up unfortunately matching this Lioness team, and we know we're going to lose, but I wanted to see here if the tomato on the Retriever would snipe more than once. And we can definitely see that no, it does not. So it is not possible to get the higher level perk on the Golden Retriever.